up, you beautiful collectors and action figure fans? Once again, it's the one and only Optibotimus committed to with another video review. And on today's episode, thanks to the absolutely incredible support by the folks over at Mattel, we're going to be taking a look at their new Disney Pixar featured favorites of Crush and Squirt from Disney Pixar's Finding Nemo. Now, I actually have to apologize to you guys. Initially, I thought this was a new line, and it's not. They've already released a couple figures, and I'm honestly a little bit disappointed in myself for not knowing about that. Because some of the other figures that they've released are really cool. One of my favorites is Linguini from Disney Pixar's Ratatouille. I absolutely love that movie. So I'm going to have to go back and find those just to kind of round out this collection. But for the packaging, much like what we saw before, you got this really nice open window that fully showcases both Crush and Squirt. You got the Finding Nemo logo right up there. You have Crush and Squirt looking absolutely adorable here on the side. Same here on the side of the package. Come around to this side, you got more of a continuation of that open window. Then you come around to the back, and you got other figures that are in this assortment, as well as product shots, which help to demonstrate the articulation of both of these figures. Finding Nemo, it was one of my favorite Disney Pixar films as well. It just visually was one of the most beautiful animated films I've ever seen, and really still is to this day. And having two of the coolest characters from the film here in action figure form is really exciting. But for the packaging on these guys, that's about it. So without further ado, let's get them out here and see how cool they actually are. And here we have Crush and Squirt open up and out of their packaging. And as I mentioned, Crush and Squirt were two of the most iconic characters from that film. They're just energy, their vibe, their just presence was just super laid back. Basically taking their personalities and making them those easygoing surfer dudes. For me, they really stood out. And these fan favorite figures from Mattel do a wonderful job of capturing that sort of look, which just based on the animation was infused with that style of personality. Starting off first with Squirt here, you can see very small compared to Crush, and absolutely adorable as well. You can see that he's got a lot of these little spots on here. You got that on his actual skin section, and then also on his shell. One thing that I would kind of wish that they came with, I don't know how they could do it, but I would really love it if they gave us some kind of display stands. I mean, because having them just sitting there is fine, but kind of just having them look like they're floating around there would be really cool as well. But great detail all the way around, even when you come to the underside of them. And because these are sea turtles, they have these flippers here, which again look absolutely terrific. That face sculpt is amazing. The big giant eyes, the very happy look with this smile, really just super fun. Coming in a little bit closer, I mean, you can see a lot of that great detail all the way around it. Also, the articulation is really impressive. The head is on a really good ball joint, so you can get a good range of motion with this guy looking kind of up and down. Not a lot of up and down, a little bit of up and down, but a lot of range of motion rotating and side to side. The flippers here at the, I don't know if you would call that a shoulder, but a little hinge and rotation thing there, so you can hinge that around, get it kind of looking like, dude! That does not sound like him at all, because I have too deep of a voice, but you can kind of position those how you want, and then you see that they are bent. The back ones here are on those pin hinge swivels as well, so you can kind of rotate those around as well, but that is absolutely fantastic. I love it. Super awesome. Crush, I think, is even better. Honestly, you can see there is a size difference between them, but I love the way that this guy looks. Hey, man, righteous! Righteous! I just love him. He's so fun. But you can see that he is a hollow, so the middle section here does feel a little bit lighter than the outer sections, which are solid rubbery plastic. So you do feel a lightness to the center of the body with the weight on the outside. But you can see that Squirt's got some spots on his shell, whereas Crush really doesn't. He's got these outer bits here that have some lighter brown, but you can see some nice texture and everything on there. Really very nice. You got the spots on the neck and everything, but really great all the way around. Even when you come to the bottom, you can see different color elements with the little greenish. You got more of a yellow color on here, and then again on the flippers here, you can see a lot of nice textural detail. And I love the head. Hey man, hey, what's up, dudes? Hey dudes, thanks for watching my video. Yeah, righteous. Righteous! And that's terrible, but you get the idea. But you can also see you got a nice kind of fade here where the top ball section here matches with the rest of his body. That's really nice. And then you got a little bit more of a fade coming down to the darker brown element of the fins. Lots of detail in this guy as well, as you would expect with this. And then again, that likeness is fantastic. You do get a little bit more of a range of motion with the neck, as the neck is a little bit longer, so you can put an extra joint in there. So you got one down here, one down here. You do have this weird kind of sleeve looking thing. I don't know how they really could have avoided that, but I mean, it works. So you get some up and down, you get some side to side. You can have him looking upside down, dude. I don't know if he would actually do that, but, you know, I mean, he could, like, easily... Well, no, I mean, he did do that. Well, he swam like this. Didn't really turn his head, but that would be cool if, you know, you could do that. But, you know, it is perfectly fine. And then you can see he totally looks dazed. I'm just going to put it at that. The flippers here are much like the ones on Squirt. You do have the pin hinge and then the swivel, so you can kind of move that around. So you can kind of position this where it kind of looks like he's swimming, but again, I just kind of wish you had a stand to kind of have him hovered there. That's the only thing I really wish that this would have included. I don't know how they could have, because the price point for these really doesn't allow for a lot of extra accessories or anything. But you have that, and then the little back flippers here, again, the pin hinge joint, so you can rotate that around, kind of position those. So super fun, super cool. Again, I love what they're doing here with these guys. I think that the fun element is totally there. I think that the likeness and the just characters are completely captured with the looks of them. So, again, highly would recommend these. If you are a Pixar fan, if you're a Finding Nemo fan, these are definite must-haves and are just really very well done figures. But there you go, my friends. There's my look at the new Disney Pixar featured favorites of Crush and Squirt from Finding Nemo. Again, I want to send a huge shout out to the folks over at Mattel for helping to make this review possible. Quickly show your support by just hitting that thumbs up button. And finally, guys, remember that the real trouble with the world is that too many people grow up. Thank you all for watching and taking the time to be a kid.